They said the ritual was ancient, forbidden, and should only be performed by those who truly wished to discover who watched them in the dark. Akira didn't believe any of it until he found, inside a box inherited from his grandfather, a notebook filled with scribbles and frantic notes. On the cover, only 3 shaky kanji: Kakurezare Asobi, the hidden hide and seek. Inside the notebook were drawings, sketches of dolls made from old scraps, with red threads stitching malformed eyes. Each page described, in chaotic, almost delirious fragments, how to assemble the figure used in the ritual. Nothing was written as clear steps, just scraps of stained fabric, strands of hair glued on, symbols that seemed to shift if stared at too long. The instructions read more like warnings than guidance. Never sew the mouth completely shut. Never use new fabric. Never leave the doll alone before the game begins. Curious, Akira decided to recreate the figure, turning it all into a joke. He grabbed an old cloth, stuffed it with cotton, and stitched crooked arms using dark thread. When he finished, he realized the doll was oddly deformed, almost as if it had shaped itself. At midnight, the time repeatedly mentioned in the notebook, something inside the house began to shift. The doll left on the table was now sitting upright at its edge, facing the door. Akira was sure he had left it lying down. He laughed nervously until he heard the sound. A soft dragging, small, rhythmic. It came from the hallway. Akira called out, thinking it was his cat, but only silence answered. Then a second sound emerged right beside him, faint, childlike, as if someone with a half-sewn mouth whispered, "You found me, now it's my turn." The doll was no longer on the table, and the last page of the notebook, once blank, now held a hurried sentence. "It always hides behind the one who invokes it.